Hey everyone, it's Travis from the Urban Robot Cat podcast, and I'm your host. And I don't know what to say there. We suck at this now. We're not good anymore.
I mean, you started us off. You say we, but
Okay, I'm going to start it off again. So, welcome to the Urban Robot Cat podcast. I'm your host, Travis Likens,
I'm Chris RWK.
and I'm Corey from Strange Cat Toys.
and we're here for episode 68. So we've been a busy week here. You know, the holidays wrapping up, New Year, that whole kind of thing. But I haven't really done a whole lot of toy stuff. What about you, Corey?
Like making toys, or what do you mean toy stuff?
I mean, anything. I mean, you could be selling toys, you could be making toys, you could be
That's
yelling
my
at
whole life,
toys.
man. Every day is selling toys and talking to factories and meeting up with artists and
Dude, it's not bad.
yeah. We're planning for a big 2026 expansion of Strange Cat as you know it. So expect some changes and some new things.
Is it going from Strange Cat to Fat Cat? You just said expansion. So now
I don't know. I could go broke cat if
Broke
my
cat.
plans don't go great. We'll see.
Broke cat, Fat Cat to Broke Cat.
Yeah. So yeah, we're cooking up something. This part I can mention. I did hire on somebody to help with more factory stuff, and we're gonna offer our services to help artists get their toys made. Not that we're gonna pay for them, but we will facilitate that for you, so it's less scary. And we have somebody that can help you with all the questions you might have along the way.
I think
So
the
look
most
out for that
important
soon.
part of that was you're not paying for them. You're providing a
Correct.
service that people can
Yes.
utilize
Yes.
because you want to help people usher in and get things made, and hopefully avoid some of the perils that you can fall into if you've never done this before. And then I'm sure that also comes with the potential that if somebody would like, you would help them with marketing and possibly distribution, because you have that capability as well. So I'm speaking
Yeah, of
for
course.
you, but
Yeah, who knows what'll happen? Something may trickle effect, and then we'll say, "Hey, actually, let's help you make this toy into something bigger than what you had planned." But who knows?
yeah. So just if you have interest or any of that kind of stuff, they can write you at.
It will be production@strangecattoys.com is the email.
There you go. See, now I'm plugging you, so you get 5,000 emails all asking you to make your toy and pay
Yeah.
for it.
It's going to be very much a lot of misunderstandings. And no, sorry, we're not paying for that, but we can help you. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of that's impossible to make, but this is what you could do.
Hey,
Yeah, that's what we're going to be there for.
I mean, I've found that most things are possible. It's just how much money you're willing to spend.
True. Yeah. I'm more hoping to do this for the indie artists, kind of like what we talked about last episode of, if you can't cast, you can't 3D print, but you want to get some blanks made and you can paint them at home and sell them at your shows or online. I think that's the avenue I would like to go to, but we're open to whatever.
Sounds like big things in 2026 for Strange Cat Toys.
We'll see.
What
about you, Chris?
Yeah, what about you, Chris?
I'm not making toys for anybody. Is that what? Nah, I'm good. I just everything shipped off to Italy for the Italy show. It's opening January 22nd, and then I'm working on the stuff for the Amsterdam show because I'm going to bring that work with me instead of ship it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and then we'll wind up stretching it there. Just it's not the amount of it's less that work than the Italy show in the sense of it's smaller work, and it's like the subway maps and 12 by 12s. The Italy show I did a lot of big work for, like 5 foot by 4 foot canvases, bunch of stuff that I haven't done in a long time. So I was really excited to work on big work, and when people see the work in the show, they'll see there's definitely some new stuff I haven't done in a long time. So it was fun. It was fun, and that's the main part. I mean, that's pretty much it, and just kind of counting down to getting ready to head out over there and hopefully see a bunch of old friends who I've never met but have talked through the internet for the past like 20-25 years. So it should be interesting.
Is that kind of a pain in the ass to ship a whole show and then pack a show too?
So yeah, I'll be honest. I for half of the work in the show, since the work was like the 12 by 12 pieces and the 4 by 12s and the paperwork, that I was able to just box up as is. But all the larger work I unstretched and rolled, which is kind of a pain in
Okay.
the neck. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
shipped out the like tubes and triangular boxes, and then they're gonna stretch it over there. So
Okay.
they have about 95% of the show in hand already. So that's all gonna be put together by the time I'm there. So
Okay.
yeah.
Doesn't sound too terrible. I thought maybe you'd be stretching canvas and using a staple gun in your hotel or something.
Thank God I won't be doing that. I tell you, it's funny like using the staple gun and stuff like that. Just like stapling up raw canvas, and which I haven't done in years, and painting on and just like
Oh,
Did we lose him? I think we
you
lost him.
lost. He's gone silent.
Live. You never know what's going to happen when you're live,
Mhm.
So I could just talk about, I guess, what I've been up to while we're waiting on him. So, wait. Is that Corey? You're like typing? We got all kinds of
I was just
things
texting
going
him in case he's just still rattling on and he thinks we're listening. I don't know.
Yeah. So while I was gone over the break here, I went to Nashville for a family event. But while I was there, I tried to get in some art and toy stuff. There's actually a gallery in Nashville called Cass Contemporary, I believe.
Mhm.
And they had a show with Tristan Eaton there. So I went down on Saturday to try to go look at that. But then when we
Nice.
got there, they were closed, even though the hours were open. So I didn't get to see it.
On a
I saw it from
Saturday?
outside. Yeah, they had hours
Dang.
posted too. So I don't know.
The
Maybe
art world's
back in
struggling,
5 minutes. Back in 5 minutes situation. I don't know, but it looked good from the outside.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. So,
Yep.
Are you there, Chris? Now,
Yeah, sorry about that.
okay.
I guess
We had to fill some dead air since we're live. It's not like back in the day where we could just cut you off.
Yeah, it's the problem when family members don't listen and they're like, "Oh, let me call after 9 o'clock."
Oh yeah, there you go. You got to put it on do not disturb, bro.
I have that, but when it's your favorites, they still,
Oh, that's true. So
yeah.
okay,
I
cool.
apologize for that, everybody.
Well, we were talking about how big of a pain it is to ship things. That's where you left off, Chris. You got any more on that?
Yeah, I'll be honest. Shipping is just between just being how ridiculous expensive it is now, and I don't know if you guys are dealing with it, but when I go to drop off stuff at UPS, there's a line out the door.
It's all those Amazon returns, man.
Nope.
Yeah,
I do pickups. I don't drop shit off.
Well, unfortunately, because of my work schedule, I can only drop it off after work or whatever. But yeah, the Amazon returns, it's ridiculous.
You can always hit up like Staples or Office Depot or Office Max. They usually have a drop off.
Yeah, unfortunately, Staples by me closed down. So there's only one Staples, and it's all across the island. So by the time I get out of work, they're closed.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous, the returns, because people literally just walk up with the item loose and just hand it to the guy. They don't box it or anything. So like it takes so much time. Like literally there was a guy in front of me who had like 20 ink cartridges individually that he just handed to the guy one by one. I'm just watching him. I'm like, you couldn't have just boxed this up. Like,
I'm like, when I go there, I'm like the known guy with like a bunch of boxes, right? But like they always tell me, they're like, "Well, you bring a lot of stuff, you're quick," because it's just like scan, 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 scan. All them other people are like doing exactly what you described.
Yeah, exactly. I have everything boxed up and ready to go. All they gotta do is just print that label receipt for me, and that's it.
Yep. Yeah. Sometimes I don't even ask for that. I'm like, can I just leave these here? You can scan it when you get done.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I trust you.
Well, if it wasn't going overseas, yeah. But since it was,
true.
all that artwork, I didn't want to risk it.
Yeah. Cool. Well, unless anybody's got any other cool stuff to talk about, we do have a guest for this episode. I'm going to let Corey do the introduction while I get them brought into the group here.
Sure. Yeah, this is our first guest in years, technically.
No, here we had Luke last year.
Oh, we did. Oh, yeah, we did. Okay. In a year, this is our first guest.
2026.
This 2026. You all probably know them, but if you don't, this is Tim and Lori of the Lostlings. They create their own homegrown characters and backstories, and they have little cards and cute little bios about them. And apparently, they're all limited to 50 each. I just found that out last episode, which I've been making toys with them for over a year now. You'd think I would have known that.
Do you know anything about us?
I mean, you work with a lot of people.
I know how you guys. I know how you guys met. I know about some kind of drawing that happened that made that happen.
But you don't know about their art.
Yeah.
I have no clue about what I sell.
I know about where you guys grew up.
Yeah, it's true. All the important stuff. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are excited. There's lots of fires and claps and oh my gods, I'm so excited. So
guys.
so why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and what it is that you do?
Yeah. We're the Lostlings. Do we make designer toys? Surprise, surprise. Yeah. Like Corey said, we make 50 limited edition of 50 of each of our characters. We do 2 characters a month, typically the last Saturday of every month. So 100 pieces up for grabs every month for everyone. They're all made in-house. Tim does 3D modeling and 3D printing. I do a lot of the painting.
We stream on Twitch on Thursdays. So if you want to see us sculpting or painting, stuff like that.
Yeah. We're very transparent about our whole process. So you're welcome to come check out our stream, see the new characters coming up. What else? I don't know. We just make whatever tickles our fancy at the time.
We try to make a plan, and then the plan goes out the window.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. That's usually how I handle things too.
Yeah.
So this the characters you create, are they a part of a world, or are they just individual characters, or is there like more to the story than that fans might be interested in?
Yeah. Right now we're kind of just making individual characters. Eventually we'd like to bring it all together. We have ideas of where it could go, and all of the characters we've made fit into that idea so far. But
it's a loose like world that they all live in, but we haven't really fleshed out the
full story,
the background. Yeah.
No, maybe that's your challenge for 2026.
Yeah. We always have grand aspirations, and then time is our limiting factor.
I think that's where we all fall.
Yeah.
When did you guys start doing the Lostlings?
Lostlings started in 23, 22?
22?
22? Yes.
Yeah, 22.
Yeah, 2022. Yeah, so relatively new. So I'm also relatively new to designer toys. Tim has been in the toy world forever. So he's the one more familiar with everything, and I'm just excited to learn everything.
I mean, all of art is a learning experience. So I feel like you learn one thing, and then you immediately want to learn something else. So it's an evolving thing, you know?
Yeah, and I think the cool thing about designer toys or just DIY culture in general is, since we're not all like giant corporations, we end up having to do all this ourselves, obviously, the DIY part of it. So you end up you amass this like massive thing of useless skills in some ways that you combine all together to create a brand or, an artist, your art career. You create that just by trial and error, and then eventually you figure out the way that you do it. And then that's how you make things go. And it's a very cool and evolving process, and you can watch people get better at what they're doing throughout.
Yeah,
for sure.
And, really kind of put out a polished product. I get hit up a lot of times, like people are like, "Oh, your website looks so good," or this or that. And it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just figured this out like on my own one day.
Patch it together.
Yeah.
I'll be like, "Can you get any tips? Like, just keep playing around with it until you figure it out." I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, that hits home because Tim actually has a degree in web design, but that's probably the thing we're least proud of. We just scrapped that
the
together.
website just barely works enough for what we needed to do. So.
I like the website. I think your website looks great.
Thank you.
But we broke the template that it was built off of,
Yep.
like on purpose, but also like on accident multiple times. So
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes that's the best way, like happy accidents, right?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you're 100% correct in that it's a constant learning process. When we started this, Tim was more the art side and I was more the business side before we realized that I was way better at painting than he was. And
that's the joy of doing like having multiple people on this, is that like we can share responsibilities.
Yes, you find your strong suits. But yeah, I had never run a business before, so I'm like, I guess I'll figure out all of this myself, the marketing, the taxes, all the nitty gritty stuff. And I found it really fascinating. And so I actually got a master's degree in like business. So you just keep learning and trying new things, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it really is a massive game of trial and error. That's really kind of the way you get that 10,000 hours in, and hopefully it turns into something at the end of 10,000 hours.
Yeah, truly.
When you guys started, was it planned to be like a full-time gig, or were you just kind of doing it out of fun and then it kind of spiraled into something? Or
for Tim, it was meant to be full-time.
Yeah, I think I wanted to build something that we could kind of own and have it be a creative outlet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he came out of an environment where he was very much like, create what you're told to create and just do it over and over again, very formulaically. And so he needed that creative outlet again, to make his own things, make his own creative decisions. And we knew, well, I knew, he took some convincing that he had the skills to do this and make this a business. And so, yeah, he definitely took it on full time and made it grow. And then I pitched in where needed to help the business actually function. And then eventually added this business on full time on top of my 9-to-5 full-time job.
And what kind of inspired you to kind of get this guy? I know you said you wanted to explore like your own creative stuff, but did you have inspirations or people that like you like really looked up to, like, wow, it'd be great to be able to be, this artist and that this booth and this signing and all that? Or was did none of that matter?
I don't know if that mattered. More of like, I have all of these characters in my head that I would love to make and present to people. Like, what is the best way to do that? And at the time, like, I had been working with like a mass production toy company, and so most of what I did was design and then speak to like factories and have it produced and stuff like that. I'd never had any of like the like making it yourself. I did like toy cutting and like toy customization previously, but nothing to like consistently release of my own. And so that's where like 3D printing and 3D modeling came in, whereas that was a skill that I knew I wanted to learn, and like I really like kind of took like a year out of my life to dedicate to that so that we could use 3D printing as like our means to start the business.
Right. Yeah.
So as far as the 3D printing aspect of it, can you describe like the first time you decided you were going to make 50 of these?
Yeah, so the 50 kind of just was like
of doing 1 to 50.
we had to cut it off somewhere so that like I wasn't completely sick of making a character, but also I came from like mass production where it was like 3,000 was the start. Like that's how many you would make.
Yeah.
So like in my mind, like 50 wasn't enough.
Anything, yeah.
It took me a bit to like realize that like the independent toy world and like mass production world is like vastly different. Like, 12 is like the most people people make. Like,
yeah. When you see like a Funko Pop or something that says limited to 3,000, I'm like, that's not limited. That's not
yeah, like
limited at all. Like,
that's not limited at all.
like
Yeah.
you know how many people would be in a room if there was 3,000 of us all standing with a Funko Pop? Like that would be like you'd be like, oh, this is a lot. This is a lot of Funko Pops.
For
But
sure.
it would not feel limited at all. But you see a room with 12 people in it, you're like, man, this is exclusive. But only if 12 people are there. If there's only one person, and you've got too many, right? So like supply and demand is very hard to gauge.
Yeah.
But you know, it is
Yes.
that decision point of like, you know, like we were talking about this, I believe, in the last episode a little bit, is the level of artist, and like people kind of like some people are like rock stars or whatever, and it's like really in the grand scheme of things, like they're not that big, right?
Right, right.
You know, it's still a niche market, and there still is like a ceiling to how much you can make. So yeah,
Mhm.
the difference between 3,000 and 100 is very vast, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you may only need 50 to 100 fans to be at the top of the ceiling and designer toys. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that is kind of crazy to think about.
Well,
Because yeah, when
especially now, because you know, back in like the early 2000s when this kind of started, or all the way up probably until about 2010 or so, you know, it wasn't really that uncommon to see editions of 500 of something.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, over the years, those edition sizes have continued to shrink, and now I think the standard production, I would say, is like 100. You know, if it's like
Mm.
vinyl or whatever. But if there's people that are doing 100 hand painted items too.
Mhm.
You know, so it just
Right.
kind of depends on like the size and scale of the people.
Yeah, I feel like it's an evolving scale too, whereas like as the technology advances to allow you to be more productive, like I think you're going to see edition sizes change.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is like how when we can get like the amount of sanding and cleaning on a 3D print down to where it's
Yeah,
like
for sure. That is the
that-
bottleneck for sure.
Yeah.
that's really to me that's the biggest hurdle to somebody doing 50 3D printed items versus 50 molded and casted items,
Mm.
because you know you can get less sanding. Yeah, they're still sanding with resin cast, but you can get less out of it. And
Yeah.
that is a decision point, I guess. But it's probably easier to 3D print, but then not as
It's
easy
like
to
a
clean
toss up
them.
between like, do you want to
Like,
clean off the flashing? Like, how intricate do you want to make your molds? Like,
yeah. So
it's
it's really
pros
kind
and
of like a
cons of
trade.
each for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. And it probably depends on the piece as well.
Mhm.
You know, depending on how complex the piece is.
Yeah. Our pieces, we tend to go a little overboard and try to push the boundaries of what's capable of being printed and whether the piece will even stand.
I think the value of 3D printing is that you
Yeah.
can
make these crazy
you can do crazy
geometries.
things, and you can
Yeah.
also test your piece easier.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
So
you
the
can
way I
just
use
do
my
one
Yeah.
print
3D
and see
printer,
what states.
yeah, the way I use my 3D printers is really to test balance, to
Mhm.
test sizing, like how things look. You know, I print off one and then I kind of like, it's too big or too small or whatever. And then that's what I use to gauge how I'm going to go into production
Yeah.
with the
Mhm.
figures, or sometimes just to see if it balances, right? Like if it's
Mhm.
like some of my pieces, I kind of do what you are describing, is I try to make things that are somewhat complex or make you question how it was made.
Yeah.
Or you know, or how it's going to stand, or those kind of things. So yeah, that's the same way I use 3D printing.
Yeah.
When you guys are doing your editions of 50 and stuff, do you spend the whole month printing, sanding, painting, or are you more design for most of that time and then the printing, sanding, and painting goes by quicker?
I think it really depends on the
It
character.
really does. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's some characters that definitely take the full month to produce. If they're more intricate, have more pieces, have a crazier paint job, those will take a while. But not a lot of times, more often it is the designing of the character, making sure it has the right feel and personality that takes longer. Tim will tinker with a character for quite a while until it feels right. And then we found that for one of our average characters, we can probably get all 50 pieces done in like 2 weeks. I
Yeah.
think that's our limit.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
When Tim's
Excellent.
at that end stage designing, are you like, it's fine, Tim, stop messing with it, it's fine, or you just let him go?
Actually, it's usually me that's like, don't you think it would look better if you just like
Oh.
tweak this one
Wait,
thing,
wait, wait.
or you
I
shift
thought you
his
were
eyebrow a little?
It's really like it's a good thing that like we both noodle the characters enough where it's like it becomes like one idea at the end instead of being like two different things, I guess.
Yeah, we each see the characters from a different perspective and really try to hone in on one personality and cohesive piece in the end.
That's cool. Yeah, I always wonder how in every couple or artist couple that I've asked how the process is, it always sounds like it's for the better, and maybe they're just lying to me. I don't know. They're just like, I can't fucking stand it.
I mean, there's definitely like sometimes where like one character will be like my brainchild and one character will be your brainchild.
Yes, yeah.
But like for the most part, like I'll usually design something and then we'll take a break with fresh eyes and like come together on what tweaks to make to it and stuff like that.
And there's definitely some characters that have just been backburnered because we can't agree on what they should look like.
Sure.
So we're like, we'll come back later. If one of us has some inspiration, we can go with it. But yeah, they're just sitting for now.
And when you guys do your editions of 50, do you release them all at once, or do you like, all right, we're going to save 10 for the next show we're going to do, or 20 for this con or something?
Right. Yeah. So how we kind of came to the 50 number initially was this was a reasonable amount for us to make and a reasonable amount for us to sell and still keep some behind for shows in the future so that we had a constant stock.
Yeah.
We've now reached the point where we need to potentially change that model because I used to do like 25 to 40 on the website on the initial drop, and then the rest we'd hold. Now those initial ones sell, and I have messages saying, hey, we want more. And so I just release the rest because I'd rather people have them than have them sitting around. And so now we don't have that back stock anymore. And so we are creating more characters on the fly for shows.
Yeah, I think it's the focus is then shifted to like, what can we make special for this show?
Right.
Instead of having stuff that's left over.
Yeah. So
would you just do like a color variant of that thing that you released, and then like, all right, we're gonna paint 20 of these this color instead, and that'll be for the show?
We have. We don't typically like to do just a color variant of our characters. We want there to be a purpose behind the variant. So I'm trying to think what we've done recently. Like around the holidays, we take all the characters from the past year and we add like earmuffs and scarves and Santa hats and all sorts of things. So we actually tweak the model a little bit as well as offer different colors.
Try to make it a little bit more creative.
Yeah.
That's something 3D printing definitely gives you an advantage on, is that you can tweak things and make those changes to create something different that's not just a different paint. You know?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, like your guys' mummy stubby, I thought was super cool.
Yes.
Yeah, we turned him into like a wrapping paper.
Yeah. His mummy wrappings turned into wrapping paper for the holiday drop with a little bow. But yeah, the mummy stubby was something that Tim had been playing with for a while. He wanted to take the stubby character and like make something fun for Halloween, and yeah, mummy stubby was very popular.
And Stubby's kind of like your guys' core character, right? That's like your most iconic.
I think so. Yeah. It was one of the very first characters that Tim made, like before the Lostlings existed publicly. And he kind of sat on the back burner for the first year, and then we just integrated him into the world, and
he's kind of become like our base.
Love him.
Like,
yeah.
Was that planned out at all, or it just kind of happened? Like when I look at the character, you get like, I don't know, like a feeling or something. Like just like when I look at Chris's robot, or I don't know, like Baymax or something, like is probably the closest thing I can relate it to.
Yes, he was designed with that intention that you're supposed to feel something when you see him and when you hold him.
Yeah, he was very feel driven, I think.
Yeah, textural. Is that the word I'm looking for? Yeah. Like you hold him in your hand and he feels good in your hand. That's like why we made him the way he is. But yeah, you had some feelings that you were putting into him as you were designing him, because this was during COVID or like coming right out of COVID that he was designed.
Mhm.
And I don't know if you want to go into that.
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of meant to be like almost a blank slate, but also like the okay to be a little bit doughy. And like coming out of COVID, everyone was kind of feeling a little bit crappy, and so like that's kind of like where his like stubbiness came from.
Yeah.
And he was kind of just like a cathartic like human being sort of creature to make.
Like
it's okay to be a blob.
he looks, you know, a little bit melancholy, but also kind of optimistic, like, you know.
Yeah, and that's kind of what he was grown out of, for sure.
Yeah, he's just happy to be here, even if he's not perfect. He's cool. Yeah, that's definitely what we were going for. And I'm glad that people actually resonate with that and that he did take off, because he could have been a complete flop. We just released him randomly at 5 point in a bunch of different colorways. And I think he might have been the first character that sold out immediately.
Yeah.
Did he always have the little butt, or was that added?
Yeah, he always had a little butt. I wanted it to be subtle, but yeah, like since then people have been like, put a butt on it.
I know, yeah. Butts are in
People
thing.
love toys with butts. That's a thing. Toys with butts are a thing.
For sure.
So, no, but the comment crowd seems to love Stubby as well. So that's more kudos to you guys. We also got a funny one here, Mr. Dangerbot. 2 shows in a row. That's awesome. You know, so the best way to keep this show going is make comments, and then we ask you to be a guest. That's what happened last year. So Dangerbot, we're coming for you.
And speaking of comments, Collecticon right around the corner. You guys banging stuff out for that?
Yes.
Sure.
We
It's 3.5 months
to have
away.
like December be a catch-up month for us, and then we decided to redo our entire flooring. So that was up.
Yeah, we decided to do home reno instead of prepare ourselves for the year.
So they're going to be painting on leftover flooring at
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty much. Yeah, we have ideas. We have concepts.
I have concepts of a plan as well.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, every year we do try to make like a year plan out of like what we're doing, like with the ability to change, obviously, but
yeah, with shows and traveling and like the natural highs and lows in the year of how busy you are and what you've got on your plate. We try to plan our characters around that, like something we know that's going to be more intensive. We plan for like our lower activity month. And so, yeah, we have an idea of what we're going to do.
Concept.
Yeah.
Not to like promote Strange Cat or anything, but like, what was it like? I guess when I reached out to ask about doing a production toy, did it feel like something to maybe just like check off a box, or like we'll do something extra, or did it kind of alleviate anything in your?
No, it was actually like really exciting for us, because we had like a tentative timeline of like where we wanted to go with Lostlings, but you asking us to produce something was kind of like the like thumbs up that we needed, like the encouragement that we needed.
Yeah, Tim's right. We had like milestones and goals for different years in the Lostlings, and a production piece was out in like year 5, 8, somewhere in there. And then when you asked us in like year 2, we're like, oh my goodness, this is happening. Like, we've been approved in the toy world, and now we can move forward. And it moved us up in that timeline significantly. So it was really exciting for us.
Yeah, it's been a consistently well-selling toy, and this person just said just got their pay stubby in the mail today, and
Yay.
we got the honey stubby, I think, just sold out, but we had the honey stubby and the pay stubby in the display case at the store, and like it gets so many compliments and comments, and like
Yay.
it very rarely do we sell a piece out of the display case, and that one seems to be pretty
that's
regular.
awesome.
Yeah, that makes
I'm
me
glad
feel
Stubby's
good.
resonating with people.
Yeah.
What's funny is like it's one that people don't have to ask like, what is this from? Like they're just like, oh, can I get that one over there? They're not like, what is this from? Is this from anything? What's this about? Because that's usually what we get with people asking about stuff in the case that aren't already aware of like designer toys.
Well, that's good. He's universal. Yeah, we do get that a lot because of that question about what is that from. Mostly in non-designer toy show events, because of our cards. We have the cards that explain the character and their background and whatever. People see that and they're like, "Oh, is this Pokemon?
Or is this a show that I don't know or something like that?"
Like, no. And then we have to go into this feel about what is a designer toy and like why we make the card to give them more personality. And, yeah, I never really thought about Stubby being like one that doesn't necessarily need a card with it to just like be appealing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Barely said, the cards are such a great touch. We get that note and comment a lot. People love the cards. They're fun to make and kind of explain our idea behind each of the characters. So I don't know.
I think that's a major challenge, I think, across the board as an artist that's creating their own original IP, because automatically people want to feel like it's something that they should already know, because like people want to feel like they know. It's like those videos when they go to like Coachella and be like, have you heard of this band? And they just rattle off something and the people are like, oh yeah, I heard of them. Like people don't want to feel left out, like they don't know something. So they automatically assume that the thing already exists. The key is catching those people, and I think cards are a great way to do that. Because usually I'm just talking about an artist's career or their history, and sometimes that kind of will get some people excited, and then some people are just like, oh, okay, and they walk away. So I think the cards are a good way that people can kind of see it and then feel like, oh, clearly other people already know about this because there's a whole sign about it. Like it's a good way to catch people's attention, I feel like.
Yeah, we have noticed that people just walking by the booth, they're like, oh, what are these cards? And they'd like come in to read them, and then they're like, oh, okay, I read this story, now I resonate with the character more. And so it like draws their attention to the piece instead of the other way around, the character.
Does anybody ever just say, can I just buy the card?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured.
Yes. We've had multiple people just buy cards.
The Lostlings.
Yeah. But I see the request in the comments. Everyone wants a binder.
Do it.
There we go. There it is. But no, I do think that that's something that many designer toy artists struggle with. Is I have this amazing idea for this character, and that's where it stops. Like, and they're like, well, nobody's buying my amazing idea, and they get discouraged.
Right.
A lot of times, and you'll see like people come and go that or they think they come to myself or Corey and they're like, hey, pay $10,000 to make this thing into a production toy because it's the best idea ever, and they've got 14 followers. And like people aren't buying into just a cool idea. I mean, occasionally that does happen, but most of the time people are buying into the artist, their story, the character, its story. And potentially, the thought of they missed out on something is also something that they're buying into, like that other people are interested in it. And just like a cool idea doesn't always necessarily resonate in a way to create success or something that you can sell hundreds of. I think a lot of artists struggle with that because they're like, well, my idea is really good and it's better than other people's ideas, and why aren't people interested in it? And it's like, no, you got to put that work in and create those things like those signs and the cards. And creating something that people can latch onto, because you're essentially selling your idea, and selling your idea to, you're cold calling your idea a lot of time at these conventions. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Most of the people who walk up have no clue who you are, no matter how big you are or how small you are. They don't have a clue who you are because they're there for this other artist, and that's why they're there. So most people you're selling to, it's a hard sale. It's like knocking on somebody's door and be like, "Hey, buy this vacuum cleaner." Except for it's not a vacuum cleaner. You're trying to sell a vacuum cleaner to somebody with like hardwood floors. Like, they don't need this thing. You know?
I think perfecting your craft too is like a big thing. Like you said, you took a year to learn how to do 3D printing properly, and not to knock anybody, but you see so many people that are just like, all right, I'm an artist now. Buy my stuff.
It's a lot of work. Like, figure out the tools, like figure out what works for you for sure. Also have fun with it. Like, if you're not having fun with things, like that's where creativity like thrives, is when you're having fun. So I think that's why I like 3D printing so much, is like the potential is so great.
Yeah. And there's still characters that we make just because we want to have fun making something, and we're like, this is gonna flop for sure. like, we know it.
Like, if I die and there's like 50 stubbies just like lying around me, like, I'll be happy because like I enjoyed making them, you know? Like,
how close do you hold your IP to, like, if for instance, like Pixar or Disney or somebody was like, hey, we want to do a whole thing of Stubby, you down? Or are you going to be like, no, it's mine?
I don't know. Like, we haven't had that happen, so I don't know what we would do yet. But like,
so we kind of jokingly had the conversation because questions like this come up during our weekly stream. People are like, well, what if Disney came and offered you $1 million? Well, of course, I'm going to give them Stubby for $1 million, and I'm just going to make something new.
Yeah, like we have a bunch of ideas. Like, it's not just Stubby.
We have so many ideas. We'll just keep creating until we have another Stubby. Like, if the relief of financial burden is lifted from us from one of these characters, then we're gonna take it so that we have more opportunities to make more things.
Yeah.
Well, let's let's say it is like a real thing, and Disney with their lawyers and contracts and stuff. I would think it would probably put you in the same predicament of your old gig, where it's, we own all your characters, like we're buying the Lostlings IP, and you can't independently make any new characters without our approval or stamp.
I think I would step away from the style of the Lostlings, I guess, and then start our own new thing.
Just recreate everything.
Yeah. I think there's more value in creating than there is in, I don't know, holding on to like one particular thing.
Like, we don't want to just be reiterating Stubby or like the popular characters forever. We value that creative freedom, and so if they take that, they can't lock down our creativity. They can't stop us from making anything ever again.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like one of the
explore different styles.
The pillars of why we wanted to be independent in the first place is that it gave us that freedom.
It's definitely a good way to be, and I think it gives you longevity rather than beating a dead horse, because we all know that people move on from stuff in like an instant. So
for sure, trends are always changing. Like, that's why like we jump on like a new thing when it happens, because who knows what the next cool thing's gonna be, like.
Yeah, there's been a couple of characters over the last year that we're like, we just love this, and so we want to make it immediately. So we'll scrap our character for the month and just turn around and do. We did like the pygmy hippo.
Mudang.
Mudang. Yeah, we did Mudang. That was one of the scrap the characters for the month. We're going to turn this around in 2 weeks.
We have to do this. Like, sometimes you have to follow the spark,
Yeah. And we found that we can't ever like tell what's going to be popular. We'll make something and think, oh, this is going to be great. And then it's not. It's like a dud, or a dud until a particular show where it does really well. And so
usually chasing what's popular or trying to create something in the idea that it's going to be popular is the best way to determine that it won't be popular.
Right, yeah.
The only time that seems to work is like in music. Like they'll be like, oh, we know how to convince people to listen to this song. But for the most part, in the art toy scene, it feels like anytime somebody tries to make something inspired by other things that are popular or things they think are going to be popular, it flops every time. I don't know what it is.
I mean, have you guys ever had anybody in your Twitch stream like, oh, you should make this, definitely make this, and everybody's like, yeah, make this, and we'll buy it, and then you make it, and it really didn't do that well?
Have we given in and not had it do well?
I think there's been slower ones. I don't think there's been like a complete dud per se, but
yeah,
there's definitely characters that sell better than others, I would say.
Yeah, we don't have any characters that just have not sold out. Like all of our older characters are long gone.
So Mikey has a question. What's a character you thought wouldn't do well but did?
That's a good question. I'm trying to think the last one that I was like, this isn't gonna go well, and then it like went off like gangbusters. It was one of the ones that was your inspiration.
I mean, Little Shit and Corny.
Yes. Oh my god. Yes. Okay, so we have a character called Little Shit and Corny. It's literally a poo holding a piece of corn. And it was an April Fool's Day joke. I caught Tim sculpting it. I was like, I did not approve that for this month. What are you doing? And
he's like, trust me.
Yeah, I thought it was so stupid. And Tim's like, no, I have to do this. I have to put this in the world. It was
so stupid. It was good, like that sort of a thing.
Yeah. Lo and behold, it sold immediately, like every single piece. And we've had to do more iterations of it over time, and people still ask us for it. I'm like, oh my god, when is it gonna die?
Well, because you got to paint all those, right?
Thankfully, he's one that I don't have to paint. So
okay, he's just
pretty
colored,
basic colors. Yeah.
Hey,
I will say I have been practicing with painting, so like I've tried to take most of the burden off of like.
I mean, sometimes like things are just evergreen, and that might be one of your evergreen ones. You just keep making
ever brown.
Yeah, it's just ever brown. I mean, maybe that's the color, like the evergreen. It's like baby poop in corn.
Yeah.
You guys, it seems like you've slowed down a little bit on doing conventions and stuff like that, but I remember you guys had a year where it seemed like every other post I saw you were at some new con. How did that go?
Yes. So
I mean, that kind of stemmed out of just saying yes to everything.
Yeah. So after we gained some popularity and success after year one, we're like, okay, this is awesome. Year two, we're just gonna say yes to everything. That was a big mistake. It
was rough.
It was rough. We were literally traveling out of state at least every other month, if not every month, and just going to all these different shows. And we were exhausted having to travel so much, plus make the characters in between traveling. It was too much. So we definitely took a step back last year and have been more intentional about our shows. We like to hit up the big designer toy shows in the United States, of course, because we do well. That's where our community is. But then we also try to do one local show every year and one international show because we like to maintain a community locally and then also explore the international community. So yeah, that's what we've kind of pared it down to at this point.
And you think you're going to make ToyCon like your regular international show, or are you going to go back to Thailand, or are you going to change them up?
Yeah, we really enjoyed TTE.
That was a really cool experience.
It was a really cool experience. We met so many cool artists. I don't know that we're going to vend at TTE this year, but we were invited to vend at Pop Toy Show in Singapore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a newer show, so it's risky. Also, Singapore is really expensive, but it's English spoken language there, which makes a lot of difference when trying to sell things. So we might test the waters there this year. And then
I think Pop Toy Show is owned by Pop Mart, or no?
yes.
Okay, yes, I thought so.
Yeah. We're also invited to one in the Philippines, a toy show in the Philippines. I can't remember which one.
I can't remember what it was called though.
Yeah.
There's ToyCon PH is the only one I know.
That might be it. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we're looking at a couple different ones, but we definitely like traveling to Asia more than Europe. So most likely an Asian trip this year.
Yeah, the fandom just seems a little bit different in the two locales. So.
Yeah. I don't know why, but ToyCon UK felt a lot like the people coming to the show had one artist in mind that they wanted to collect something from. And so they went to that booth and then they leave or just kind of meander and maybe you'd get a sale, but they weren't really looking to see new artists.
Yeah, I kind of got that same feel, and it just seems like the density of collectors is just not there, and I don't know if it ever will be there or ever was there.
Right.
Yeah, well, I think it's that, and then it is a little more difficult to travel from Europe to the UK after Brexit. Which I think kind of cut off some of the people that were going there based on what I had heard from people that had attended multiple years. But I just think it's tough because the toy scene in Europe is smaller by a great deal. And then by the time you get just into the UK, it gets even a little more difficult.
Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah.
It was well run though, I thought.
Yes, definitely.
Larry did a great job.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
It's just they're doing a great job with the market that they have. It's just kind of difficult for folks like you guys to travel over.
Yeah, I know I did just say that we weren't really interested in European shows, but there was one in Amsterdam we were considering as well.
Just to go to Amsterdam.
Well, my aunt lives in Amsterdam, so we have a place to stay, and we love it.
We've talked about it.
Nice. Yeah. So
Chris can also give you a rundown on Amsterdam.
Yeah, I'm going there next week.
Nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. The food's great.
Food is great. Yeah, eat everything.
I've seen I've flown in. I've never actually gotten out other than the airport, but you fly in and there's just all those fields of flowers everywhere.
Yeah, it's a really pretty city, and walking and biking are definitely the number 1 and 2 transportation modes. So you don't have to worry about being hit by a car as you just wander around.
Sure.
Yeah, you can ride the boats down through the little canals. I guess those are.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh, it's lovely. What else are you doing?
Yeah. So for 2026, you're talking about changing your plans and as far as cons and kind of things. What about Lostling? Are we going to have any kind of big changes like Corey's about to do, or are you just going to keep it going, or you got any big plans for what you think the brand and what direction it's going for 2026?
Yeah. There's a lot of things we want to do. It's just whether we can carve out the time to do it.
Time permitting,
yeah. I have this is more on my personal side, but I have a lot of changes going on in my 9-to-5 job, and so it's taking up a lot of my time and mental bandwidth. So it's really hard to plan big things for the Lostlings right now. But there are a couple things we've been sitting on for a while that we really want to do. So I guess if either Tim figures out how to do it himself or I carve out some time, there may be some exciting things. But right now, no big plans to announce.
So my recommendation, as someone who also struggles with a day job / business that's turned into much more than a hobby, is that if you're trying to do changes for things, the best way to do it is not what Corey's doing, which are massive changes all at once. It's best to do 90-10, 80-20, like
Mhm.
80% of what, works, and then toss out 20% of like, hey, let's see what happens. Like, will this
Right.
work? Can I put a little bit of my effort into that? And then suddenly sometimes you figure out that that's the direction you need to take things. So I would challenge you guys to keep what works, but then
Mhm.
sprinkle in a little bit of changes, and then
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
figure out new ways. And that's not just like products or anything like that. Sometimes that's how you do business. Like there's
Right.
different ways to like improve yourself to like, get to more people or reach more people, or just be more efficient with the things you're working on, and
Mhm.
focus your time on the things you want to do versus the things that are just eating up time because you're doing it a way that is inefficient, So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
just
that's
put the
valuable.
mental power in how can I do things better, or things that like aren't really netting you any kind of like growth. It's really just like looking at what you're doing and figuring out better ways to
Right.
do them, because we're all working with our most precious resource, which is our time.
Yeah.
Especially if you're splitting it between day jobs and your love and family
Mhm.
and all that kind of stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
I say go all in.
Go
It's just
on.
like Fat Cat Toys. It's just like
Yeah. We
Hey,
did
I'm
go all
going
in.
all
Now we're
in.
just dealing with the consequences.
I'm going all in, and I'm hoping to bring Lostlings with me in some fashion. We'll see.
Yay. We love to hear it.
So we have a question. What's the drop for this month? I'm assuming
Ooh.
that's directed at you, not even of us.
It's Ice Month, so we got an alien, bringing our alien back from our cryptid show, and then we have a shooting star named Little Twink, and he's just a little twinkling star.
Like a little gay boy, or
Played with his name a little bit.
He's a shooting
Okay.
star. We let the Twitch community vote on what his name would be, and that's what it ended up being. Another one that I tried to veto, and it didn't
It
happen.
didn't happen.
I think it's perfect. I love it.
Okay.
So
Who came up with it?
Here's-
Was it John or Scott or?
Who was it?
Yeah, I don't remember.
It might have been John.
It might have been John.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you've also committed to a solo show in Chicago. I don't know if that's
Your
true or not.
backyard,
But that is a
yes.
comment.
Yes, everyone was commiserating over not having a Midwest show anymore with Collecticon moving. And so they decided that the Lostlings would just start their own show, and it would be in John's backyard.
Collected fair.
Yes, Collected Fair. Yes. There you go.
John, let me know how much tables are. I'll come.
Hey, sounds like I could probably drink beer there, so maybe I'm in too.
Their backyard is beautiful.
It is,
so.
yeah, it's really nice.
Plus, then you can see the Lostlings Museum. John has nearly every piece we've ever made. So
Look at this. It is catching fire. Looking at flights now. John's
there we
backyard may not
go.
be big enough.
That's our big announcement for the year.
See, that's the challenge in Chicago. You quickly outgrow the venues that aren't expensive.
Yeah. But we're originally from the Midwest, and we know the need for a Midwest show.
I'm here. I feel it.
Yeah.
So.
If there's ever another Midwest show, we will fly out in a heartbeat.
For sure. Yeah.
Hey, it's the problem is convincing people to fly to places. Like we could do it in Dayton, it'd probably be pretty cheap, but other than the Air Force Museum, nobody's really excited to come. There's not a lot to do, otherwise,
I don't know.
So.
Bindlewood got a pretty good showing for their October show in their new space. We flew out for it. It was great.
Yeah, well, that's closer to Cleveland, though. Like a little more to do.
Yeah, true.
So, okay, so now we got another question. Oh, well, that we just hit the same question at the same time.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Good question.
It's in the
I'm gonna
book.
say probably before me.
Right? I think we put it in the books. I know I asked you guys.
You did. It was this month. So that didn't happen.
Yeah, but I thought we pushed it to something else, or maybe not. But we'll make
if
it
you
happen.
did, we'd like to know when that is.
Oh, you didn't know?
Let me
It's
check
next
my
month.
calendar and get back to you.
Yeah.
You gotta have all those pieces done by the February 1st, please.
Yeah. Oh boy. Ooh. I might need to take some PTO and just go full.
Burn it all out on the first month of the year.
Yeah, yeah.
We got May and June wide open. So just saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll get back to you. One of those could work. Actually,
I will point out that Collected Con is in the end of April, so you may want to select the June one. So you have some
I
time.
was leaning towards June because we had been talking about going back to Disney World since it'll be our 15, oh my God,
Oh,
year wedding anniversary.
We're old.
And that's where we got engaged. So, and that's in
Perfect.
June. So
There you go. Starting to sound like a
lots of
June
reasons.
it
to
is,
go.
Alex.
Yeah, I have an empty space that says group theme show. So we could always group theme or just do solo, whatever you guys want.
Okay. Yeah, we told you we had a couple show ideas. So, yeah, we can run some stuff by you and see what we come up with.
All right. And John's coming to Florida, right?
Everyone come to Florida, hang out with us.
Yeah, let's go to Disney, everybody.
Yeah,
This will be
Disney
cleaning up
Day.
his backyard.
Lostlings
We
Disney
can all
Day.
wear the same t-shirt.
Yeah, we'll bring t-shirts for everyone. It'll be great. I came all the way to Tampa and all I got was this t-shirt.
There you go.
All I got was this fat cat toy.
I want to see a stubby with Mickey Mouse ears, and I'll be happy.
Nice. I like that.
That's how we get our cease and desist letter.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, there's a running
Yes.
joke on Twitch that, or in our streams, that
We'll know we've made it.
we'll know we've made it when we get a cease and desist from Disney because they have the best letterhead for their letters. And so
Well,
we're
the best way to
aiming for
guarantee-
that.
the best way to guarantee you'll get it is do it with Corey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten quite a few of those. So
Nice.
none from Disney yet, though. So
Oh, see, that's what we're aiming for. We got to aim high. Disney cease and desist. Oh, it's all
There you go,
coming
Corey.
together.
oh yeah, DangerBot wants us to do Collecticon in Tampa. I don't know. Maybe Orlando.
Depending on the time of the year. I think it's really hot there. I melt.
I know.
Well, June through
oops.
August is peak.
Yeah, if we're gonna do it in
Ah.
Tampa, it's gonna be at the Strange Cat parking lot.
Yes.
On the blacktop.
Although there is a ginormous convention center downtown, but I feel like that's probably expensive.
Mm.
Yeah, it's all union stuff there too. So
Strange Cat garage or Strange Cat parking lot it is.
Just
Just
rent a
park the van and
warehouse.
put a little tent up. Like,
I'm sure I
You
could
got the
find
whole-
some warehouse that's not being used anymore.
Mhm.
You got that whole side parking lot.
Yeah, we do a pretty big parking lot, but
they
it's
haven't
outside.
rented out your old space yet, have they?
Yeah, it's like a boutique now that nobody is ever in, and I've noticed the
It's
staff
a
stopped
front.
showing up. It's always closed now. It's
Oh
always
no.
It's a front.
There you go. Alexa says we just do it at her backyard. Perfect.
Oh, perfect. There we go. I think
That's-
there
it's
might be
just-
something to this collected fair thing. Like,
I mean, yeah. I
you
mean,
got your big one, and then you got fair in people's backyards.
I could use my backyard for one.
I like it. I like it.
We got that new giant jungle gym too.
Yeah, there's a jungle gym. There's recreation in my
There you
backyard.
go. You
I have
can
to fight
charge
my
extra for
kids,
that.
but let's see. Cuban Club. I don't know
It's
what
also
that is,
also outside. No way.
but-
I mean, they have an inside, but it's very small and it's like 4 floors. Yeah, I've been to a thing there. That place sucks.
So okay, well, we continue to fight about Florida locations. What else we got to talk about here today? We are over the hour, so our Instagram live is going to drop off here soon.
Mm.
So, what else were you planning to talk about here, Corey?
Corey, Lostlings are the guests. You guys have anything else you want to talk about? Any big things or small things or stuff you want to promote?
I guess, yeah, promoting our 2 new guys at the end of the month. Our drops are always the last Saturday of the month. So you can add that to your calendar, 11 a.m. Pacific time. So when it drops, I always get that question, and people are always upset when everything's sold out. I'm sorry you came on Sunday. It was on Saturday. Let's see.
You guys have pricing on those guys yet?
Oh, that's a good question.
Stars glow, so it'll be 50.
Oh yeah. When we have to do additives to our characters, we have to up the price a little because it adds up. So yeah, Little Twink will be 50, and this guy technically has additive too, but it's not much. So he'd probably be our normal 30 price point. Yeah.
Do you guys have like set level pricings that you do? for
Yeah,
every
we try
drop?
to keep like
Yeah, keep it consistent so
Consistent.
people know what to expect.
Smart.
Mhm. Yeah, I ran all the numbers when I was feeling extra motivated one day, so I know exactly where everything sits when we add different things to the characters.
I guess that is the nice part about the 3D printing is it tells you right there how much resin it's costing you.
Yup. Yeah. It's really I guess if we use more expensive resins like glow resin, that's absurdly expensive. But it's the additives that add up because like adding a mica powder or glitter or stuff like that to our characters, it also destroys the FEP really quick.
yeah,
And so we have to add
all the consumables.
all the
like,
consumables
yeah.
goes up.
Or if there's magnets in something, like
Mm-hmm.
that all adds up. So
Yeah.
try to be conscious of that. And
Mm-hmm.
How many printers you guys running?
I consistently run 4. I have 6.
Mhm. Yeah, they each have their own job. Like we have one that's just like dump mica in this one because it's our workhorse that does stuff that we don't want to ruin the other printers with. And then we have our proto printer, which is smaller. We have the higher resolution printer for like more detailed characters. So
Try to keep like
yeah.
my clear one, like clear resin,
yeah.
just all clear, so I don't have to like keep cleaning it. Like they all have like their own purpose.
Yep.
Do you typically stick with the same brand or you kind of shop around?
Yeah.
We stick to the same brand unless we're trying to get like a particular property, like if we want like something flexible, like
Oh yeah. So printers are all Elegoo, but the resins, we shop around for what we need for each character.
Yeah.
Which does involve a little more trial and error and playing around with exposure settings and all of that. But if it gets what we want in the end, I think it's worth it.
It's worth it,
to play like that.
Yeah. I wish they need to make printers that make the part swaps much easier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like that Kickstarter I sent you guys for that one, the FEP change out is just like some clamps.
We got the hoop hat thing with like the quick release. It's really nice. It's worth it.
Yeah, we've definitely modified our printers to make them easier for us to use and like quicker for turnaround.
Like Evie Drew is saying, like try to make it as easy for you as possible, like for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that the standard thing it comes with when you're just unscrewing those tiny little screws for like 45 minutes, the worst.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, that's
it's mind numbing.
I remember those days. It was like I put it off because I'm like I'm gonna be here for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Just cleaning it, doing screws.
Yeah. In order to carve out more time to do other things besides our 100 characters a month, we've definitely found ways to make things easier for ourselves, like modifying our printers so you don't have to do the 100 screws or whatever. And even on our 3D models, Tim has found a way to make the supports minimally attached so they break off and there's very little thinning
like work
to do.
with your machine and your materials to like find what works for you so that your cleanup is easier. Another thing we do is we make like our eyes are attached to like posts, so we can just spray a whole row of eyes at once and not have to do like each individual one. So we try to be smart about like how we're constructing things.
Yeah. That's why the eyes are separated too, because we realized painting a perfect circle for an eyeball is
not fun.
Awful.
It's not fun.
I don't want to be doing 200 of those. So yeah, they're all separated and black enameled on their own. Yeah.
Nice. Are you airbrushing for the most part, or
It's about 50-50 airbrush and hand paint. if we're doing like a full like character color, I'll do the airbrush for the base coat, and then we'll hand paint details.
Yeah,
In-
we used to do a lot more characters that required a lot of detailed hand painting, but we've learned how to design our characters and keep the feel of them, that they can have more solid colors that can be airbrushed, and then minimal details that eat up time.
And on your Twitch streams, are you painting and doing this stuff live, or is it just you talking about your characters and interacting with the people?
It's mostly
Mostly
actually doing
like 3D modeling,
Yeah.
and then I will have days where I hand paint on stream.
yeah, we've done 3D modeling, we've done hand painting, we've done
Even just sketching up new characters.
character
It's
concepting,
a little bit of everything. Like,
designing the cards. Yeah, you can see a little bit of all of our process.
Yes, I would say to any artist that might be watching this that's new or trying to figure things out, check out their Twitch.
Yeah. As May's talking about our sizing box, we have a ruler and a box in Tim's 3D program that we fit all our characters against to make sure that they fit within the size parameters of a ling. Yeah. But yeah, it's a good community that we've built up. There's a lot of people that just come and hang out while they're working during the day, and they'll chat, they'll offer suggestions, we'll answer any questions they have. We have had a couple artists stop by and ask us how to do particular things, and Tim will switch gears and be like, oh, if you do it this way, it'll be a lot easier. And it's a lot of
sometimes
back and
we'll just
forth.
like work through a model that someone else is working on and be like, how do you make this? Because there's a million ways to make something. So like sometimes you just have to work through it with someone.
For sure. Generally the best way to figure out something is to like try to recreate something, or if you make a mistake, have to undo the mistake so you really understand how it works.
So a lot of trial and error for sure.
Yeah, it's really that's the best way, and then you don't make that mistake again, hopefully. or you figure out ways to recreate what people did, so that you understand how to use it in whatever it is that you're trying to do in the future. So
Yeah,
it's the old like when I was a kid, I'd like take things apart and put them back together. It's that you learn how things work.
Oh god, everyone's talking about. We have a lot of inside jokes in the Twitch stream too. Yes, we call those Tim's whims when we talk Tim into a giveaway randomly. So you can get free pieces and protos and stuff from the stream.
So what you're saying is I need to start joining in on these streams.
Yeah.
Free stuff.
We all also accidentally started a cult and got married. Just normal things.
The
normal
free music
Thursday
wanted us
things.
all to get married. So as you do.
As you do on a Thursday. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's a good time. I love our community.
A lot of getting sidetracked and making something new.
Yes. Yeah. Tim has severe ADHD. So a lot of times people will mention stuff in the chat and he's like, oh, that's really cool. And he'll just start Googling it and they go down a wormhole. And then suddenly he's designing an entirely different character. And now we have new characters for the month. So, you can steer the direction of the Lostlings through Twitch.
We have a plan, but we only make it through like 50% of the plan. So
yeah. Our last stream we evaluated we wrote out month by month what characters we wanted to do, and so we reviewed that and talked about the next year or this coming year. And last year we did about 50% of the characters we had planned. 50% were completely unplanned, just random things that popped up.
So that means you got 50% you could use this year.
It's true. We have a sandbox.
We even have like some benched characters.
Yeah,
so it's just
our
like waiting to
sandbox
be
that we can
made.
just pull in whenever we want.
Yeah. The best kind of work is work that you did 2 years ago that you can use now.
Yes.
Yeah, we love it. Thank you, past self.
Look at that. People are even convincing you that things are cute.
Yes. Yeah, that was What were you doing? I missed most of that stream because I was working. But you were working on Martin, weren't you? Or was it Lil Twink?
It was. I had been scrolling in the morning, and I just had happened upon a bunch of people in succession made alien cats, and so I was like, "Oh, that'd be cute. I want to make my own alien cat."
Oh yeah.
And then from there, it just became all like space,
Yeah.
alien themed.
Yeah.
things,
So we have a couple more space themed characters in the sandbox. Because he made an alien cat,
snowballed
he
a
made
little bit
alien
there.
Stubby, and people got really excited for them. So I don't know, maybe next month we'll have another alien space month. Already changed the plans for the year. Starting off strong.
I mean, we already have Martian Stubby and that cat all sculpted, so
Yeah, you went through fully and made it.
See, that's the best kind of work that's
yeah.
already done.
Exactly. Yeah, like we were saying, like how some characters, bringing it back full circle to the beginning, some characters we go back and forth on and nitpick and try to make sure the personality comes out, and there's other characters that Tim will just make.
Yeah,
just
sometimes the inspiration just strikes you and you just have to make it.
Yeah, it turned out super cute. I had no notes, and it's like he made that in an hour. Okay, cool. We have a character. So, yeah, it goes both ways. Oh god.
Also requests for dinosaurs.
Oh my god. Was 8 dinosaurs not enough for you guys last month? Like,
apparently not.
People love dinosaurs.
Apparently people are ravenous for dinosaurs. I had no idea.
So yeah, that was a whole thing. We were supposed to do 1 dino last year. July drop was supposed to be a popcorn bucket and a T-Rex for the Jurassic Park excitement. Once Tim started sculpting the T-Rex on the stream, people are like, I want to see this dino, I want to see that dino, I want to see this dino. And so he ended up sculpting 8 dinos on that stream, and we're like, well, now what do we do with these? And the community convinced us that we should have 4 dinos per month for 2 months.
No shit.
And so that's what we did. Yeah. And they all sold immediately. So
there's a lot of dinosaurs to choose from. So
there are, yeah. So I guess we could revisit it with new dinos, but I think we need a little bit of a break. Yeah.
So, well, I think we have been talking for a good period of time here. So since the stream over on Instagram ended, we should probably start to wrap this up. But we do want to give you guys a chance to talk about anything you may want to promote, and also just tell people where they can find you, either on Twitch or the social medias, if you want to go ahead and rattle those off for everyone.
Yeah, so pretty much everywhere we're the Lostlings, except for Instagram. We are the .Lostlings, because someone already is sitting on the Lostlings. It's an inactive account. I've been bugging Instagram forever, but that's what it is. It's the .Lostlings on Instagram. Everywhere else, the Lostlings, including Twitch. We stream every Thursday from roughly noon to 5 Pacific time. And what else do we got going on? Our character drop last Saturday of every month, 11 a.m. Pacific. Yeah, I think our next show is actually Collected Con, so we're going into the year pretty slow. But hopefully that'll set us up for success.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Thanks for having us on, guys. This is great.
Yeah, no, and thanks for joining us. You know, we're trying to get this show back on a regular basis, and since you guys were very vocal about our lack of information on 3D printing last week, you were chosen very.
It is currently our special interest. So if you ever want to know about printing,
so the best way to get your point lobbied on Urban Robot Cat is to make a bunch of noise, and then we'll bring you on the show.
Just tell them they're all wrong and that you can do it better, and then they'll have you on.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. I mean, that's generally the way it goes. But I'll give Corey a chance to shout out his social medias.
Strange Cat Toys on all social medias, and strangecattoys.com.
And Chris
RWK across the board.
And I am Travis Likens. I'm from UVD Toys. We're UVD Toys on everything you can imagine and UVDtoys.com. But as always, we're going to plug CollectedCon for a second. So if you haven't heard, CollectedCon is moving to Los Angeles and will take place April 25th and 26th at the Magic Box LA. Currently, we're over 100 vendors, largest CollectedCon that's ever happened in the 3 years we've been doing it. So if you're looking to get in on the action, you can either apply to be a vendor or get your tickets. VIP tickets still available. So you don't want to miss out on those. Head over to collectedcon.com for all the information. And as always, this is the Urban Robot Cat podcast. The place for people that make... I'm really bad at this, guys. I need to brush up on my podcasting.
You're rusty.
And what our catchphrases are. And all
It's danger bot, I think.
Yeah, so break. This is the Urban Robot Cat podcast, the show about art and the people that make it.
Bye.